Hey everybody, so I've had this channel up for a while and I've been trying to decide like what I wanted to do with the channel, and as always, sorry for my lighting. My house is crap. I'm trying to figure out a way to get better lighting without having to hold the camera. Yeah, I'm gonna have to hold the camera. Okay, so I've been trying to figure out like what I wanted to do with this channel in particular. And it finally hit me the other day because I will be getting a free package in the mail soon. So I figured that I would document my pregnancy. For those of you who do not know, I have had previous YouTube channels that I stopped doing for, you know, one reason or another. This is not my first pregnancy. This is actually my fourth, but I have had miscarriages the other times. My third pregnancy was the only one that I had gotten far enough to where I was able to see an ultrasound and all of that. So I am every week happier and happier that, you know, I have passed, you know, the state at which I, you know, miscarried in my third pregnancy. Every week, you know, it's like a new milestone that, you know, I passed that mark. You know, that's one more week that, you know, I made it past, you know, 2012. So, I'm going to share my pregnancy story as of right now. I did not record my initial reaction when taking the tests, but I did, you know, obviously document through pictures. I couldn't believe it because I had tried for so long and it just didn't happen for me. So, it's actually really crazy. But my friend, she had just recently had her baby. And I was feeling horrible this day. And she was like, you know, you need to go and you need to get you a pregnancy test. And I'm like, there's no way that I'm pregnant. You know, just no, stop. I'm just, you know, not feeling good. Well, she kept on and she kept on and she kept on every day telling me I needed to go get a pregnancy test. I needed to go get a pregnancy test. So on April 28th, I walked to HEB, which is not that far from me. It's like not even a full mile there and not even a full mile back. So by the time you get back to the house, it's like a mile and a half or something like that. I don't know. So I walked to HEB, and while there I asked her, I was like, okay, which kind do you want me to get? Because I always get clear blue with the digital readout of, you know, pregnant, not pregnant. She told me to get, God dang it, I can't remember what that one was. But it was one of the pink dye ones that has the lines, which I always have hated those. So what I did, since she wanted me to take both of them at the same time, and I'm sorry everybody, it's TMI, but I went to my kitchen and I got a Solo cup because we had just gotten some. So I got a Solo cup and I peed into the cup. I opened both packages at the same time dipped both tests in at the same time and laid them both out flat, because you're supposed to lay them out flat, and I waited. Well, the one that came up first was the pink dye one, and if you look at it, you can see a distinct one line for sure, but then that second line is really, really faint. So I was like, okay, I usually always see this result. This is why I don't buy these. So I was like, I'll just wait for the clear blue. Clear blue finally finished. It said I was pregnant. And I actually have that picture. I took a collage picture too, so I'm trying to find, the one that's just by itself. Okay, here it is. As you can see, you may be able to see, positive, but it's really, really faint, but then you see here, for sure, pregnant. So I was like, okay, I don't know what to think about this. So while at the store later on that same day, I decided, because that was at like 8 o'clock in the morning. So I was at the store and I was like, what the hell, I'm just going to go ahead and do another one. So I bought another test, and it was a clear blue, and I took it, and this is at 4:20 or 4:23 the same day. I'm still at the store, and you have a positive pregnant. So I'm like, okay, that's 3 tests now with a positive. I'm like, okay, well, maybe I actually am pregnant this time. So I waited and I talked to my mom, and I asked her, what she thinks I should do, and she said, she was like, take the other 2 of the one that you got, the pink dye and the clear blue, take it tomorrow. So at 12:59 a.m. I took the other 2 tests, the clear blue and the other one, first response, that's it, and I got the same results as before. So there that is, and that was on April 29th. So now we have 5 positives, and I'm like, okay. So at 6 a.m. a friend of mine was like, I had kind of told a friend of mine, and there's no way. So I took one more, and this is at 6 a.m. exactly. Got another positive. So now we're up to 6 positive tests. And just because I was curious, like utter curiosity, on April 30th, I was at Walmart yet again, and I was like, okay, so I've bought the expensive tests. I was like, I'm curious. So I got me one of those little cheapo $1 pregnancy tests, and I got 2 very strong lines on that test. So that was my 7th positive, and so therefore at that point I begun the process of trying to file again for Medicaid. On what day was that? Damn it, it doesn't have the date. For any of those, May 1st stuff. For any of you those who know how Medicaid works, you have to have a doctor, like some form of documentation from a doctor saying that you are pregnant. So at the time, I didn't have the money to go to a doctor and, schedule an appointment and blah, 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 blah. So I went to the ER. And they did blood work. And they did a urine test. And it came back pregnant. So that was 8 positives, obviously. And they told me that I was in the first trimester, obviously. And that I was less than 8 weeks pregnant. And I'm like, okay. So, at that point, I got my Medicaid paperwork. I filled out my Medicaid paperwork. I got everything done that I needed to get done. I was finally able to go. I was finally able to go to the doctor in June. Like, all my stuff had finally cleared, and it finally was showing that, I was approved and yada yada yada. So, on June 5th, I went to my first doctor's appointment, and we had the ultrasound done. And I've got the pictures right here. At that point, I can't remember how far along I was at that point. Ugh. I don't remember. But there's the baby. This one was just one where you were able to see the heartbeat and see the baby moving. Because at that point, it was not big enough to where you could hear the heartbeat. And it's still not big. Well, as of my last appointment, it was still not big enough to where you could hear the heartbeat, because we had to, she was like all around with the Doppler trying to find the heartbeat, and this was July 3rd. Trying to find the heartbeat, and she couldn't find it, that she had to bring in the small ultrasound machine to make sure that the baby was okay, which baby's fine. Now, our next big milestone comes this Friday, and I could not be more excited for Friday, mainly because Friday I get to go have my gender scan and find out whether I'm having a boy or a girl. Now, unfortunately, due to lack of my friend being here and everything, and the fact that I know my mom would not be able to keep this as a secret to herself, unfortunately, I will not be able to do a gender reveal, which kind of sucks, but I will figure out some neat little way to reveal the gender, on my social media. Because I don't want to just come out and say, hey, it's a girl, or hey, it's a boy. I do have names picked out, but I will not say what the names are until I know what I'm having. If you want to go by, all the old wives' tales of, predicting gender and everything, for the most part, every single one of those says that I am having a girl. I ran a poll on Facebook to see what everybody, thought that I might be having. And, if I remember correctly from the last time I looked, I think it's even right now on boy versus girl. But for a while, boy was outnumbering the girl, because I think a whole lot of people who are pregnant now, like around now, are having boys. Which almost everybody I know who has gotten pregnant and had a kid this year that I know personally. It's been a boy. I do know a couple of people who are having girls, so I'm hoping that, you know, I can follow along in the line of the ones that are having a girl, because I really, really want a girl. But also at this point, you know, just being pregnant and being able to have a child, you know, a baby is a baby, and I will love it either way. And I really, you know, a part of me doesn't care if it's a boy or a girl. I would just really like a girl. My mom has been so helpful. She's gotten with members of her church who are donating and giving and letting her borrow so many things for me for the baby. So literally, I mean, I may not have to buy much of anything as far as like furniture and clothes and stuff like that go, but you know, as always with baby showers, you're going to get clothes and diapers and so many other things. But I am just so grateful that there is a lot of things that I will not have to worry about having to get, because my mom is taking care of that for me. My mom will also be doing my baby shower, which, since I find out Friday what I'm going to be having, let's see, this is July. I'm hoping that sometime either in August or maybe early September we'll have the baby shower then. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, because a part of me, because I was going to stay the weekend so that, you know, I could be able to be there for the shower and be able to spend time with my family and then come back home. I was kind of wanting to do it around my dad's birthday, but my dad's birthday is on a Thursday and not, you know, Friday. Because I was thinking I'd go over there Friday, we'd have the baby shower probably Saturday, and then I'd probably come home Sunday sometime after church, go into church with them and everything. But yeah, I'm just so excited, and I cannot wait to share everything with y'all. In fact, yesterday I got my first package. That I wasn't even expecting this. With my insurance plan through Medicaid, they sent me 2 pretty decent sized bottles of prenatal vitamins. Each bottle has 100 vitamins in it, and says that it should last my entire pregnancy, which kind of sucks that, you know, they sent it to me, you know, Tuesday I'll be 17 weeks pregnant. So it kind of sucks that, you know, we're, what, 3.5, 4 months into the pregnancy and I'm just now getting prenatals. But when I had my first WIC appointment, they did test my iron, and they said, you know, for the fact that I wasn't on any prenatals, my iron was very, very high. So, yeah, so that's all for this video. I will try to be consistent with updating you guys every time I go to the doctor and all that. It's just, I don't know, like, pregnancy brain and everything. Like, I forget things so easily. So I will try. And, when my, baby box comes in, I will do an unboxing of that and show you guys what all's in there. It's completely free. All you had to do was you had to watch these, like, I think it's like 20 something videos and it's a total of like 25 minutes long that you're watching. They're like little mini things, and after all that you take a quiz, and it's like 11 questions, and if you pass it you're able to get this free baby box. So obviously I passed it because I'm getting the box. So yeah, when that comes in I will be sure to do an unboxing with you guys and show you guys what all's in there. And I'm sure it'll have information on where you can go to do this, and I will link that in the video and everything, because I don't remember what it was. Getting sleepy. But I'm gonna go ahead and cut this video off because we're a little over 20 minutes in, so I don't want a super long video. I just wanted to come on here, do a short little, you know, talking about my pregnancy and letting you guys know what's been going on with it so far. So that's my pregnancy, and I will try, like I said, so hard to update you guys as I go. Talk to you later.